Thank you all for listening and watching my videos. Please subscribe and like my channel Master Coolitz. Hoping that you will not skip my ads, it's a big help for me by not skipping it. Thank you so much. Dragon Shadow. The Rise.
In the dim glow of the dragon-devouring prison, Zane Martel stood resolute, his hands clasping a box of rare and potent blood essences. The air was thick with anticipation, the atmosphere charged with the promise of power and transformation. The prison, an ancient structure carved into the heart of a mountain, resonated with the whispers of forgotten rituals and the echoes of past battles. Shadows danced on the stone walls, cast by the flickering torchlight, creating an almost ethereal backdrop to the momentous event about to unfold. Just as Zane Martel was about to commence his ritual, Bo Thompson approached, her expression calm but determined. She pressed her fingers to the space between her eyebrows, a drop of pink blood essence forming and hovering before her. The essence shimmered with an otherworldly glow, illuminating her face with a soft, rosy light. Bo's eyes, filled with unwavering resolve, locked onto Zane's, communicating a depth of emotion and commitment that words alone could not convey.
Zane Martel, this is for you.
The drop of blood essence was unlike anything Zane Martel had ever seen. Its purity and power radiated far beyond the Silvermoon Darkwolf's essence he had just acquired. It was the blood essence of the nine-tailed spirit fox, an ancient divine beast. The legend spoke of its unparalleled strength and mystical abilities, a relic of a bygone era when magic and might ruled the lands. As the essence hovered between them, Zane could feel its potent energy pulsating in the air, a tangible force that seemed to make the very atmosphere hum with anticipation.
Bo Thompson, no. Your ancestors left this for you. I can't take it.
Behind Bo Thompson, Gavin Owens and others reacted with alarm, their faces etched with worry. Gavin's usually composed demeanor cracked, revealing his deep-seated concern for the sacred blood essence and the traditions it represented. The other onlookers, too, exchanged anxious glances, their collective anxiety palpable in the confined space of the prison.
Your Highness, you can't. The nine-tailed spirit fox's blood essence is a royal symbol. You mustn't give it away.
But Bo Thompson remained resolute, her gaze unwavering. Her posture, a perfect blend of grace and determination, spoke volumes of her unyielding spirit. Her decision, born out of a profound sense of duty and foresight, was clear and unwavering, much like the ancient blood essence she held.
Young Master Zane, this drop of blood essence is meant for you. It holds the key to rescuing Elora and the Northern Demon Country. You're the only one who can use it.
Zane Martel was stunned. The enormity of Bo Thompson's sacrifice was almost overwhelming, but her unwavering belief in him left no room for refusal. He could see the history and heritage of her lineage reflected in her eyes, and the weight of her trust settled heavily on his shoulders. It was a trust that transcended words, a silent pact sealed by the ethereal glow of the ancient blood essence.
Bo Thompson, I promise I won't let you down. Not Elora, not my father, not the Northern Demon Country. I'll take them back from our enemies.
I believe in you, young Master Zane.
With determination burning in his eyes, Zane Martel descended into the dragon prison, clutching both the Silvermoon Darkwolf's and the nine-tailed spirit fox's blood essences. He began the intricate process of refining, the dragon-devouring emperor technique roaring to life within him. The ancient technique passed down through generations was a symphony of power and precision, each movement a testament to the legacy of the dragon-devouring lineage. The sky outside darkened, storm clouds swirling as Zane Martel's body absorbed the potent essences. The dragon-devouring bone within him began to heal, scales forming over newly grown flesh. The transformation was awe-inspiring and terrifying, the raw power of the ancient essences reshaping his very being. Yet despite his progress, Zane Martel felt uncertain. When would he find more ancient demonic blood essences? The path ahead was fraught with challenges, each step requiring unwavering resolve and unyielding courage. Days passed and Zane Martel's power surged. He could sense the brink of a breakthrough to the 6th stage of the vital energy. But his cultivation was abruptly interrupted by an urgent summons from Darkwolf Hall. The hall, a bastion of power and strategy, was alive with the buzz of urgent activity. the corridors echoing with the hurried footsteps of warriors and strategists alike.
The Goodwill sect has been sighted near Wolf City. Only 5 of them, but they pose a threat.
5? They must be underestimating us.
Zane Martell's instincts told him otherwise. There was more to this than met the eye. The Godwill sect wouldn't send just 5 if they weren't confident. Their audacity was a riddle wrapped in an enigma, each layer hinting at deeper, more sinister motives. Zane could feel the weight of their intentions pressing down on him. A silent challenge issued across the expanse of the battlefield.
The 10 of you, take your guards to the border. Find out what's going on.
As Zane Martell led his Blade Squad to the border, tension filled the air. The landscape, usually serene and picturesque, was now shrouded in an eerie silence, the calm before the storm. The Goodwill sect disciples were already there, lounging as if on a picnic. Their leader, a young man with a burning aura of vital energy, stepped forward. His presence was a stark contrast to the peaceful surroundings, a harbinger of the conflict to come.
Who's Zane Martell?
I am.
The leader's eyes gleamed with contempt as he sized up Zane Martell. His gaze, sharp and disdainful, seemed to pierce through Zane, assessing and dismissing him in a single sweeping glance. The air between them crackled with unspoken tension, the promise of conflict hanging heavy in the balance.
Only at the 5th stage. How pathetic. Hand him over and maybe we'll spare you when we deal with Darkwolf Hall.
The Wolf Princes exchanged uneasy glances. The Goodwill sect's confidence was unnerving. One prince whispered about the Goodwill sect's training in the Infernal Kingdom, a place of extraordinary power. The Infernal Kingdom, a realm of legendary might and arcane knowledge, was a crucible for the most formidable warriors, each trained to harness and unleash the raw forces of the universe.
Infernal Kingdom? We're dealing with elite disciples.
Zane Martell's mind raced. The situation was dire. 5 elite disciples against their forces. What secrets did the Goodwill sect hold? And more importantly, what was their true objective? Each question was a thorn in his side, a constant reminder of the high stakes and the formidable challenge ahead. The Goodwill sect's motives were a dark, swirling vortex, each revelation only deepening the mystery and heightening the tension. As the tension mounted, Zane Martell knew one thing for certain. This confrontation would be unlike any before. The stakes were higher, the enemies stronger. What would be the outcome of this clash? And what other dangers lurked just beyond the horizon? The air was thick with anticipation, the weight of impending conflict pressing down on every heart and mind. Each breath was a countdown to the inevitable, each heartbeat a drumbeat of war. Only time would tell. The future, a tapestry of endless possibilities, was a canvas upon which the fates of many would be painted. The echoes of the past and the whispers of destiny converged in this moment, a confluence of power and purpose that would shape the world to come. The final outcome, hidden in the mists of uncertainty, awaited the courage and resolve of those who dared to challenge the shadows. In a land filled with ancient magic and treacherous battles, the struggle for power reached a fever pitch. The clash between Darkwolf Hall and the Goodwill sect was about to take a deadly turn. Ethan was hurled through the air, crashing to the ground with a sickening thud. Blood spewed from his mouth, his body battered and broken. The ground where he landed was stained crimson, and the air around him seemed to thicken with the scent of iron. His breath came in ragged gasps, each one a struggle, a fight to cling to consciousness. The once proud warrior lay in a crumpled heap, his eyes glazed with pain and shock. The ferocity of the blow had sent a shockwave through the gathered crowd, their eyes wide with disbelief.
Ethan, defeated?
The guards, princes and princesses of Darkwolf Hall stood frozen in shock. Ethan, one of their stronger members, had fallen to Alex Hunter with disturbing ease. The realization of his defeat settled like a dark cloud over the battlefield, casting a pallor of dread over the assembled warriors. They had always seen Ethan as a pillar of strength, a beacon of hope in their darkest hours. Now, that beacon was extinguished, and the shadows loomed ever larger. The collective gasp of the crowd was almost audible, a symphony of fear and despair. Alex Hunter rushed forward, his foot crashing down onto Ethan's chest with a bone-rattling impact. The sheer force of the blow reverberated through the ground, causing nearby pebbles and dust to leap into the air. Ethan's body jerked violently, his face contorted in agony. The pain was excruciating, a fiery lance that seared through his chest and spread like poison through his veins. Each heartbeat was a fresh wave of torment, each breath a laborious task. The ground splintered beneath them, and Ethan's pained gasp filled the air. His fingers clawed at the dirt, seeking some purchase, some relief from the relentless agony. His vision blurred, dark spots dancing at the edges as unconsciousness threatened to claim him. The strength that had defined him was slipping away, replaced by a cold, creeping weakness. His thoughts, once sharp and clear, became muddled, a chaotic whirl of pain and regret.
Is this the might of a wolf prince from Darkwolf Hall? Pathetic. If this is all you've got, killing Zane Martell will be a breeze.
Alex Hunter's eyes flickered with malice as he glanced at his leader, who nodded approvingly. There was a sinister satisfaction in his gaze, a hunger for dominance and destruction. The power he wielded was intoxicating, and he reveled in the fear and submission it provoked. His leader's approval was the fuel to his fire, stoking the flames of his ambition and cruelty. The thrill of the fight coursed through his veins, a heady rush that drowned out any semblance of mercy. A sharp sword appeared in Alex Hunter's hand, poised to strike a fatal blow. The blade gleamed wickedly in the dim light, its edge honed to a deadly perfection. It was more than a weapon. It was an extension of Alex's will, a manifestation of his lethal intent. The air around it seemed to hum with an ominous energy, a silent promise of the carnage to come. Each movement was deliberate, calculated to instill terror and anticipation in his foes.
Time to end this.
Stop.
Guards rushed forward, but they were too late. Alex Hunter's sword flashed, and screams of agony echoed as blood stained the earth. The swiftness of his attack was terrifying, a blur of steel and death that left no room for retaliation. The guards fell like autumn leaves, their bodies crumpling lifelessly to the ground. Their sacrifice was a stark reminder of the fragility of life in this brutal conflict. The earth drank deeply of their blood, each drop a testament to the savagery of the battle. 10 guards fell, lifeless, their sacrifice in vain. Their faces, once filled with determination, were now masks of pain and fear. Their dreams, their hopes, extinguished in an instant. The weight of their loss was a palpable force pressing down on those who remained. It was a grim reminder of the stakes of this conflict, the high price of failure. Each fallen guard was a thread in the tapestry of their collective sorrow, a stitch in the fabric of their shared grief.
Ha 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 ha! So eager to die. This is more fun than killing humans in the Infernal Kingdom. Now this is a thrill.
Katie trembled with rage, ready to step in, but Zane Martell placed a calming hand on her shoulder. Her eyes blazed with fury, her fists clenched tightly at her sides. The sight of her comrades, her friends, lying lifeless on the ground filled her with a burning need for vengeance. But Zane's touch was a grounding force, a reminder of the bigger picture, the greater battle yet to come. His presence was a balm to her wounded spirit, a beacon of calm in the storm of her emotions.
Katie, you can't win against him.
So what? Are we supposed to let him trample over Darkwolf Hall's honor?
Zane Martell stepped forward, his voice ice cold. The resolve in his eyes was unshakable, a steely determination that brooked no argument. He was a figure of quiet strength, a leader in every sense of the word. His very presence commanded respect, his words imbued with a weight that silenced dissent. He was the embodiment of their hopes, their dreams, the spearhead of their resistance.
I'll fight him.
The crowd fell silent, tension crackling in the air. Every eye was on Zane, every heart beating in unison with the anticipation of the coming clash. The air was thick with the scent of blood and sweat, the ground littered with the remnants of the fallen. It was a tableau of war, a portrait of the high stakes and fierce emotions that defined their struggle. The silence was deafening, a moment stretched taut with expectation and fear.
No, Zane Martell, you're too important. We can't risk it.
Damn it, we're not strong enough.
Among them, only Zane Martell and Owen Brooks seemed capable of challenging the invaders. Yet Owen Brooks stood back, arms crossed, watching with a cold detachment. His eyes were hard, his expression inscrutable. He was a figure of mystery, his motives and intentions shrouded in secrecy. His aloofness was a source of frustration and intrigue, a puzzle that gnawed at the edges of their understanding. He was a wild card, a variable in the complex equation of their conflict.
Don't worry, he's nothing. He can't hurt me.
Alex Hunter's face twisted with fury. The calm confidence in Zane's voice was a barb, a provocation that stoked the fires of his anger. His pride was a fragile thing, easily wounded, and Zane's words were a direct assault on his ego. The hatred in his eyes was a tangible force, a seething mass of resentment and fury. He was a storm, a whirlwind of destructive intent, and he would not be denied his vengeance.
What did you say? You dare call me a nobody? I'll make you regret those words.
Zane Martell's indifferent gaze only fueled Alex Hunter's anger. The cool detachment in Zane's eyes was an infuriating counterpoint to Alex's fiery rage. It was a stark contrast, a battle of wills as much as it was a battle of strength. Zane's calm was a shield, a fortress that Alex's fury could not breach. It was a testament to his strength, his unyielding resolve in the face of overwhelming hostility.
Answer me. Are you deaf?
Why should I listen to your nonsense?
You're courting death.
The air crackled with energy, the light of the sword a brilliant, blinding flare. It was a force of nature, a lethal projectile imbued with all the hatred and fury Alex could muster. It streaked through the air with terrifying speed, a missile of destruction aimed square. The atmosphere crackled with tension. Alex Hunter, a warrior of the Goodwill sect, stood battered and bewildered. He staggered back, disbelief etched across his face.
How could he be so powerful?
Zane Martell, the young warrior who had just bested him, stood calm and resolute. Despite coming from a lower-level kingdom, Zane Martell's strength had surged after immersing himself in the beast blood pool and refining the blood essence of the Silver Moon Dark Wolf and the Nine-Tailed Spirit Fox. His power now surpassed even his current rank, making him a formidable opponent.
Nonsense, I don't believe it.
In a desperate fury, Alex Hunter lunged at Zane Martell, his sword slicing through the air with deadly intent.
You don't believe it. Humph, I'll make you believe.
With a cold snort, Zane Martell shot a streak of cyan sword energy that pierced through Alex Hunter's throat, ending his disbelief with a swift, fatal blow. Alex Hunter's lifeless body hit the ground.
Did you kill Alex Hunter?
Are you blind? Can't you see if I killed him? Why ask such a stupid question?
The leader of the Goodwill sect fumed with rage, his face a mask of anger and frustration.
How dare you, how dare you?
The man who spoke, Callan, had been a prodigy within the Goodwill sect. His jealousy and resentment toward another prodigious member, Julian Flynn, fueled his anger. Determined to prove himself, Callan's rage boiled over as he issued a command to his subordinates.
Kill him and bring his corpse back to the Goodwill sect!
A woman at Callan's side hesitated, her face pale with fear.
But the sect told us to capture him alive. What if the elders blame us?
I told you to kill him. Should I do it myself?
Trembling, the woman and two other men rushed at Zane Martell, weapons drawn. The woman spoke with a mix of regret and resolve.
Zane Martell, you shouldn't have crossed Callan's line. We didn't want to kill you, but now we have no choice. I'll make it quick.
Kill me? Can you?
With a dangerous glint in his eye, Zane Martell prepared for the attack. The woman's sword flashed like lightning, aiming for Zane Martell's heart. Simultaneously, two men flanked him, their palms crackling with fire and thunder, blocking any escape.
What genius! Zane Martell is doomed!
But Zane Martell was far from doomed. Three sharp sounds cut through the chaos and the attackers fell, their chests sliced open, blood pooling on the ground.
What? They're all dead? You monster!
Callan's confidence shattered as he faced the reality of Zane Martell's overwhelming power. Zane Martell stood, holding the sky-killing sword, his aura fierce and intimidating.
No way! Zane Martell is a monster! He can rival Julian Flynn. I can't fight him.
Panic set in, and Callan turned to flee, desperate to escape and report back to the sect. But Zane Martell was relentless.
Escape? You underestimate me.
Using his wind serpent step, Zane Martell closed the distance in an instant, catching up with Callan. A swift strike from his sword left Callan seriously injured, crashing to the ground with a thunderous impact.
No, don't kill me! You can't kill me!
Blood spilled from Callan's mouth as he pleaded for his life, offering anything in exchange for mercy.
I can give you whatever you want, just don't kill me!
Zane Martell's expression remained cold as he raised his sword, ready to end Callan's life. But Callan's desperate words halted him.
Please don't kill me! I know what Sebastian is planning!
Zane Martell paused, curiosity piqued.
If you don't want to die, make yourself clear. What do you know?
I'll tell you, but you must swear you won't kill me.
You are in no place to negotiate. Speak, or I'll kill you now.
With the sky-killing sword pressed to his neck, Callan spilled his secret.
Sebastian plans to find the fourth woman with the purple pole's spiritual body. He wants to extract their talent to break through his realm.
Zane Martell's heart pounded with this revelation. The stakes were higher than he had imagined, and so, with secrets revealed and danger looming, the question remained, what would Zane Martell do next? The path ahead was fraught with peril, and the answers awaited in the shadows.